so confused and I feel so anxious.
Sweetheart, you witnessed your uncle being shot at. You yourself were almost killed. It's a wonder to me that you can function as well as you are. Ryan? Ryan, dear, are you listening to me?
Rick! Rick, where are you?
Ryan, what is it?
I just remembered something. I saw Vinny at the bus stop.
The chance of her memory returning is so slight, there's no sense in even discussing it.
But Doctor, you have led me to believe that the hypnosis was foolproof.
Well, at the clinic in Switzerland, we have found that 1% of the patients reject the programming and eventually have total recall, but 1% in science is negligible.
This is not some research project, and I don't consider a 1% chance of failure foolproof. If your procedure does not work in the Rhine-Eye project, it could be the end of everything, for all of us.
Oh, and there it is! Boom, he's out of there!
Strawberry hit one?
Yeah, are you kidding me? He was just stuck. Come in here. How you doing?
Well, you know what they say.
Ah.
Give me the first 7 years of a child's life, I'll make him a Mets fan forever. Well, put it back on.
Nah, come on. The Mets are ahead third inning by 10 or so, and besides, I'm busy. My son's here. Oh, watch his shoulder. Thank you.
Looking good, Dad.
Well, they're springing me from this joint tomorrow, boy.
They are?
Yeah.
All right. I brought you a present.
Well, what do you got?
Well, brown rice. Microbiotic. Could add 10 years to your life.
Mm-hmm. Well, anything that makes claims like that, I'm very skeptical of, you know?
You even know what macrobiotic means?
Yes, I do. It means I usually don't eat it.
Okay, all right. Well, how about some chocolates?
Ah, now you're talking. I thought you were losing your mind there. Good, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll have one of these. Mm-hmm. Have one, huh?
No. Thanks. Never touched this stuff. Maybe just one.
Ah, good. Mm-hmm. Good.
Mm-hmm.
So, where's your son? I thought he was permanently attached to your chest.
I wish he was. He's with Jill.
Jill, huh? Well, I'm surprised you let anybody take care of that boy.
Well, now and then it is necessary, Dad. I mean, what I don't want to do is ever give up the responsibility of raising him myself.
I got it.
Well, that wasn't a dig at you, Dad.
No, I got it. Didn't go by me at all, son. Not at all.
So, would you like to hear about some of my future plans?
I don't know. Maybe you ought to call the nurse. See if I can get a couple tranquilizers first, huh?
It might not be such a bad idea, because I don't think you're going to be too thrilled about some of the decisions I've made.
Brian, did Vinny talk to you at all? Did he touch you at all?
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
I mean, I just don't remember.
Did this happen before or after you started walking? Was he following you? Is that why you came back?
I don't know. All I know is that I was waiting at the bus stop, and then the light changed.
What light changed?
The sunlight. First, it was in my eyes, and then the next minute, I was across the street in the shade. Rick, that is all I remember. What was happening to me?
Don't worry, I'm sure your grandmother's right. You're just so scared that you're trying to forget it. You're blocking.
I don't want to be scared.
Oh, honey, we're all scared. There's a very dangerous man out there, and until we get him, we'd be crazy not to be afraid. But you know, you're safe with us.
You know what I think? I think that you ought to go upstairs with your grandma and get cozy in bed and take a nap.
Oh, I think that's a good idea. That'll make you feel much better. Like a new
Too
person.
old for naps.
Oh, well, what about a hot tub then with bubbles? Are you too old for that?
No,
All
never.
right, come on, I'll run the water. See you later.
Okay, Mom. Listen, honey, you know, we're all here. You're not going to get hurt.
I'm going to wait voice set guy. He did something to Ryan.
Now, look, you know he didn't do anything to her. She's real shook up, that's all.
That's because that...
Rick, she's going to remember. She just needs to focus on something else. Look, I know. I was going to do this tomorrow night when Max could be with us, but why don't you and Ryan come over to the penthouse tonight for dinner? Okay? You know, all that security over there and windows on the world. It'll do us some good. We can all relax and Ryan can get her mind off. Maybe something will come back to her.
I know that Vinny is ready to do something. I can feel him breathing.
Yeah, Rick, and that's the way Frank wants him. Breathing.
I'm not going to go back to school just yet. Oni needs me more now than I need to go back to school.
And just how old does Oni have to be before you can resume your education?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Ah.
I just know that for now, it's the right thing to do.
Have you thought far enough ahead to figure out what you're going to use for money?
Sure, I'll go to work and earn some.
Well, that sounds logical. But you just told me that Oni needs to stay with you. What are you going to do with him when you go to work?
I guess I'll take him with me.
You're going to backpack that kid to work with you? Jono, please, I'm really trying to understand, but I can't think of the kind of job that you could have where your employer would welcome a small child that came to work with you. I mean, that's what's happening all over this country today with single parents. Single mothers have to take their children into daycare centers.
No, I won't do that.
Oh, of course you won't do that. Heaven forbid you do that. You won't even let your grandmother take care of the
That
child.
was different.
Listen, Jono, I'm trying my best to understand where you're coming from, son. But from where I stand, your thinking on this is murky at best. You've committed one irresponsible act already, and now you want to commit another one upon another one upon another one?
I haven't done anything irresponsible. I've done just the opposite.
You told me that you met this child's mother at college. Is that right? Yes. Am I to assume from that, then, that she was or she is a college student?
Stop cross-examining.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get to a point. The point is that you were both college students. You're well-educated, and you both should know where babies come from. You could have avoided this accident.
It wasn't an accident.
You planned this?
I didn't say that. I just mean that in the beginning, I probably felt the same way that you do. After my son was born, I realized it wasn't an accident. That there is something in the universe that's larger than you and me.
Jono, I know that, son. I know that. It was irresponsible for you to impregnate that girl. It is irresponsible of anyone to bring a child into this world without a strong family unit. It's hard enough with a strong family unit. And what about your future? Irresponsible. Irresponsible not only to you, but to your son. Don't you understand?
Damn it, Dad! Can't you realize that I'm a separate person than you? That I have different opinions, different ideas, and that everything that I think may just be a little different than you, but it might be valid?
I recognize, son, I don't mean to lecture. I ache for you. I just don't feel in my heart that you've really looked at this problem and see the struggle that's before you in raising a child by yourself.
You and Mom were real young when you had me.
Yes, we were. And ill-equipped to raise a kid. And you haven't hesitated to tell me that over and over again, have you? So, you realize the kind of things you're going to be giving up, John?
I don't think of it as giving up. I think of it as gaining. All the pleasures of watching my son grow up.
You know, you can go to college, and you can still be a good father. You know that, don't you? Listen, son, I want to help you. I want to make things easier for you. Will you please just let me help you out on
Help
this?
me by backing off. Just give me some room to fly, Dad, because that's how I feel when I'm with my kid.
I hope you feel the same way 6 months from now, when you have a pile of dirty diapers staring you in the face, and you don't have any money